afternoon, guys. My name is Maria Laura Peralta, and I'm thanking everyone for being here today for helping me out to complete my requirements in school. Anyway, and today I'm going to be discussing about something that I hope will help every one of us here. So, to start off, I want to ask, how are you guys?
Good.
Good. Alhamdulillah.
So much for that, but I want to share with you also how to combat it. Is that one learning I truly, I truly hold on to when I was in college. It's all the theories they taught me in college. This is what stuck on me the most because it's something called Kaizen. Kaizen, it's a Japanese term. Kaizen. Well, literally it means change, good. But in the business world, it's a Japanese for improvement or change for the better. And it refers to a philosophy that focuses on continuous improvement of processes in manufacturing, businesses in engineering. So they said it has 7 steps, but that's in the business field. Well, we can always apply whatever is in the business field to our personal life. So my talk is about applying a personal Kaizen to improve all of our lives here, to be able to get to our own goals, and yeah. So in the business, you have to identify an opportunity. Like in a manufacturing line, you have to identify where can I improve, where's the bottleneck in this. And if you are able to identify that bottleneck, means there's a chance you can improve on that part of your manufacturing line. And then another second step is you analyze the process. So when you're able to identify that point, you analyze what's happening in that point. So maybe their processes are not as efficient with their body systems, or their reach is not productive enough, or things like that. And then when you are able to identify that, and you're able to get to the point that why it is such, you have to develop now a solution. So going back to the manufacturing line, maybe your worker can improve if the reach of the instruments or the items is not that far, or maybe if the instruments will be as reachable, or anyway, yeah, reachable, something like that. So you eliminate waste time, you make the process more efficient. That's developing and improving the process. And then if you've come up with that, you have to study. Is my new process effective enough? If it's effective enough, then you have to standardize it. You're going to come to a point that since you're studying it, you're going to be able to apply it to another part of the manufacturing line. And then when it's standardized, you can plan ahead for other processes now. That's in the business field. So what is Kaizen in our personal lives? So going back to the definition of it, to the philosophy of it, it says it's a continuous improvement. By continuous, we don't mean radical change as in change now. No, but it's a step-by-step or gradual changes. To be able to apply Kaizen, you have to think about the now, the next, and the new. So, how then can it apply to my goals? How then can it improve me as a person? How then can it develop me? Hey, Ernie?
Look shy. You want to add something, Ernie?
Alright, okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ernie.
Go ahead, Ernie. Because you're very well.
You want to hear your voice. Ermi, why you are turning red?
What is your goals?
My goals in life are so many to mention.
That's why I have to name one.
Pick one.
Need to improve saving money.
Okay. Do you want to share how you want to do that?
What's hindering you?
Maybe because sometimes we plan for something else and then suddenly other things happening in our life. Then for that moment you have to cut it off in order for you to sustain the other needs. So sometimes
Go ahead.
yeah, it's very hard to save in a specific amount that you want to target in your life, especially when you have plan. And every month, for example, I have that kind of like calendar. Like, for example, I have from January I have 2, and then February 250. It's like for the full year. Sometimes other expenses just came out for unexpectedly, so you have to deduct it from that in order for you. It's hard to say no, especially when it comes from your family. Who's asking and something from you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when
And of course, because of the what is this? The commercial aspect of technology
Shopping,
yeah, shopping access, yeah. Applicability.
especially when you go to mall. Yeah.
So I think, I feel that we have similar problems because that's what happens to me too. And what I came up with, I'm not gonna set any amount that I have to save for a year. I'm just gonna save regularly by like small baby steps on savings, like by cutting back on the expenses that I can cut back on. Like I can give up paying taxi, which I think I can do because there's an alternative and it's cheaper with the bus. And I cannot promise not to give up on traveling or saving for travel, but I can give up on buying clothes. So I can save. So it's like unburdening yourself with the pressure of your goal, the goals you set for yourself. So somehow I think that it's working for me, at least now, at least for now. But the important thing is we sustain on it. If I say, don't be too harsh on yourself, but keep in mind that you have to sustain it. Not too much big of a change, but at least the 1% of the change of a better you every day. So, any questions?
None so far.
Certainly should ask.
Yeah. You haven't meditate on that.
We can meditate, yeah. So,
It's clear.
to just stir out it off. I hope you have learned something from me. And to reiterate, your goals, we're humans, we're gonna be at some point feel frustrated at what point in our lives you are at in terms of the goals we set. But the key is, as long as we keep hard kaizen, the continuous improvement, the 1% better in every day, we're gonna get to it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Amen.
Thank you very much.